Guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Shakes.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that twice.
Welcome back.
3 times now. It's been a minute. It's been a little bit of a minute. The Padres haven't been good. The Padres
Sure
been bad.
has.
But we're always talking about you wait till July to look at the standings.
We always say wait till
All-Star
All-Star
break.
break, and here we are.
Here we are. So we're going to talk about the All-Star break, home run derby, and a lot about your San Diego Padres because they're losing.
Whoa.
Pause.
All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back.
What's good?
What the hell?
What the fuck was that?
It's a dolphin squirm or squeal.
Well, I'm glad the listeners got to hear that.
Happy Average Shakes is back.
Average Shakes is back. We're back. It's summer. It is hot.
As hell.
We're moving back. Stay tuned for that. But All-Star break has come and gone. We watched the home run derby.
Yes, sir.
Not a fan of it anymore.
I'm a big fan of it, bro. They were hitting taters.
I want the old school way back. I want the 10 outs.
10 outs.
Yeah, because you watch guys that were getting carved up by their pitcher, and there's a time limit.
I agree with that.
Your pitcher has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Or you move to a ball machine where it's same speed for everybody. It's the same location. I mean, like at least 70% of the time.
No.
A couple people got gypped. Some coaches were bad, not throwing pitches anywhere near their home run.
Dude, the Rangers,
yeah,
he fucking was getting carved. That fool was throwing changeups.
Literally.
Like
I mean, that's the art of the home run derby. It's the pitcher too.
Yeah. No,
we don't need to move to a machine because Pete Alonso was blessed with the best batting practice pitcher the last 3 home run derbies. And now he gets some rando from his team, and the pressure's on him too. Just as much as it's on the hitters, the pressure is on that batting practice pitcher.
Yeah.
100%.
1,000%. But we saw, and congratulations to Vladdy Jr.
The GOAT.
Fuck, he was hitting some tanks.
Tanks, dude. He got the bonus like every single time, I think.
Dude.
Every round he hit.
And then Randy hit second. So usually the player who bats second wins because they know the number they have to get to, and they get to it. But this time around, he could not muscle out. Got tired.
When you get timed like that, you want to go quick, and the pitches weren't there, and he got tired. He had like 23. Vladdy had like 28. So he was almost there, but
yeah, that's far.
Gassed.
That is a far.
No, maybe I think that's a little bit much of a gap. I think it was like 23, 26 maybe. He had literally 3 or 2 home runs left, but gassed him.
Vladdy wins it. His dad won it before.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sick. That's always cool how baseball works. End up working. And then there was also flashback moments of when Big Papi won it at Angel Stadium back in the day, like 2005 or something. Yeah. Little Vladdy was running up to him, giving him his Gatorade and like cooling him off. And then you see Big Papi like cooling him off and telling him you're the best. And like, so that was kind of cool how like a flashback in time you see turntables turn.
Turntables
turn.
Moving on. All-Star game came and went. How did you guys like the red carpet grand opening? Every player got like an ounce.
Name. I don't watch any. I don't watch that.
You didn't watch the opening?
I caught the second inning. I didn't watch the other.
So before the game started, usually they do the lineups and you guys run out, and sometimes maybe cars tow them out or whatever. But this time there was a red carpet entering from center field right there. And they were able to stop, and like it was like Randy Arozarena of the Rays, and he sat there and was like, and then came out, and then like a lot of players stood there and watched it as their name came out, and then there was 2 lines of kids, and they were able to give them high fives and then run out to the team. So that's a little different,
kind of cool. I like the
entrance,
the kid
clip like of Juan Soto and Hader coming out, and they came out for their names and were running and giving high fives and stuff. Like it was was the grand entrance for this year's All-Star game. I was seeing some back and forth comments on Twitter, so I wanted to see your guys' opinion, but
I haven't even seen a clip of it.
you guys caught the game, middle of it. You guys
the kid running the bases was way cooler than any of that grand entrance shit.
What about the kid getting hit with Vladdy's home run or Vladdy's line drive? Did you guys see that clip?
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
So that was a big topic of the home run derby. Is it time to get rid of the kids?
Bro, we got the best hitters in all of the world against middle schoolers out there trying to catch line
I'm pretty
drives.
sure it's like middle schoolers and like
no, those aren't middle schoolers.
Oh, they have to be middle schoolers, bro. There were such little kids out there. The guy
12 is the oldest age.
Little kid.
So this is the grand entrance.
12 was the oldest age. It's the hit pitch run.
Oh, okay.
Juan Soto and Josh Hader.
Oh, I like that.
The hit pitch run. You ever did one of those as a kid?
They did the lineup and everything like that, and then they ran out to the rest of the team.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll try to see if I can enter the clip, but yeah, it was actually. I mean, it was a pretty cool All-Star game. I'm not gonna lie. I like.
Hold on. Let me get on the kid. Let's stay on the kids topic here.
Okay.
Let's stay on the kids topic here.
Go ahead. Go.
To be in the home run derby, you have to win in your local community. It's called pitch, hit, and run. So these kids aren't just little scrubs that they just pulled off the street. They have earned their way there.
What's pitch hit?
Me personally, it's like a MLB puts it on. Every Little League does one, and then the best kids
pump pass kick.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You know what that is either?
Pump pass kick?
Yeah, it's a little competition for younger athletes to go.
It's literally you pitch into a strike zone.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You pitch into a strike zone, you hit, and then you run. That's literally it.
Don't even catch. And you're putting in the outfield to catch a line drive from Vladdy.
Well, when people are hitting, you catch.
Yeah, but no, that's not one of the requirements.
That's not one of the requirements to get the fucking thing.
Correct. No, it's not.
I don't know, man. I think we should get those middle schoolers out of there.
So who's out there?
I came in third place when I was 12.
20 and up year olds, if you win,
almost made it to the All-Star game.
Win a ticket or at the Everest Stadium or whatever.
I think it would be cool if they did like a random selection.
Yeah,
like you got a golden ticket, you got a golden ticket. You're in the
Willy
outfield
Wonka style.
You're in the outfield now, kid.
Yeah, or like you know how they pick the seats at the games, like
just like randomly.
Yeah, like a check under your seat fucking 32.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
No, hell no. I don't. You want Frank the Tank out there fielding ground balls?
Hey, buddy, if you
want Frank the Tank out there, you do a random ticket. You're like, hey, Frank the Tank, you win.
I would rather have Frank the Tank out there trying to catch a line drive than fucking a 12-year-old kid getting beamed.
I think it would be so sick to see Frank.
That would be bad for Frank.
I think he'd never do it. I think he'd give that opportunity away
and do the freaking what's that movie?
Rookie of the Year.
Nope. Sandlot. He's gonna stand and just put his glove up and catch the ball.
Benchwarmers, great movie. So this All-Star game, were you?
It does the same shit.
Are you done with the kids?
We're done with the kids now.
All right. So the All-Star game came and went. First time since 2012 that the National League wins the All-Star game.
Yes, sir.
That's kind of crazy when you think about it. 2012, a long time ago. 11 years is a long time.
Yeah.
You know who the winner of the 2012 All-Star game was?
Well, I think the NL, yeah.
Who was the winning pitcher?
Oh.
Jake Peavy.
Matt Cain.
Oh.
And who was the winning pitcher of this game? Camilo Doval.
Yeah.
And in 2012, what happened to the Giants?
Won a championship.
Thank you. Never twice. God's on our side, baby.
Oh no.
Don't just Jerry the signs that into the action, please. Please.
Where did that?
I'm just bringing it to attention.
All right, so a little bit about the game. We could go over it.
2 robs in the first inning.
2 robs in the first inning. What an electric start to this game.
Yep.
So Ronald Acuna up there.
And didn't Garrett Cole pitch on like Sunday?
I don't know.
I thought he did because they were worried. They're like, oh, a Yankee won't be in the All-Star game because he pitched on Sunday, and they're like, oh, he's gonna skip, and it'd be like the first year without a Yankee in the All-Star game, and since
I'm not too sure he started.
McCringleberry.
That's only 2-day rest.
Yeah, but he's only throwing an inning.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And he got shelled. He literally only threw fastballs. He got shelled. That's what I thought. But yeah, the first inning was incredible.
Yeah.
The defense, the flashing the leather, that's what we love to see.
Incredible.
Yeah, I love robs. I love getting the homer robbed.
Yeah, and defense throughout the game was top notch.
Yeah, except for Vladdy. Didn't he overthrow the guy at first over his dome piece? I thought I saw that clip.
I don't see no Vladdy slander. I don't hear no.
He underhanded over him?
Underhanded, and the pitcher like jumped for it.
Oh.
Yeah, they get in there. But Yanni Diaz, second inning bomb. Got the fans riled up.
1-0.
1-0 quick. Fourth inning comes around. The base hit machine.
Luis Arias.
Luis singles. Of course.
RBI
single. JD Martinez scored, I believe. Later in the game, I mean, usually you want All-Star games to be full of runs, taters, but this was, like Cheney said, a very defensive matchup. I mean, not too much to talk about because
the play Austin Riley made. The Braves infield made a couple sick ass double plays.
Yeah, Austin Riley clip. He's on one knee.
Yeah, that one was crazy. And then he did one running in, and Matt Olson picked it. That was sick. And then the line drive double play, Pete Alonso. That was a crazy pick. I don't know how he caught that. Yeah. Pete Alonso does not do that in real life. No. That was CPU, MLB The Show or something.
Bo Bichette hits a sac fly, and then Perez scores. The Royals catcher is in a sticky situation because I believe he has 2 years left on his deal. The Royals suck. And I definitely think he's going to be much talked about during the trade deadline. But didn't they just make him captain of this team like start of this year or last season? I don't know, but I've been hearing that his name is amongst the rumor mill. So I don't know. I mean, we'll definitely see, but
we'll get to that.
We'll get to that because that is coming up later this month. Stay tuned for some trade talks. That gets me excited.
Yeah, we have sources. Don't worry.
Very trusted sources.
I mean, JD Martinez had himself a nice game, going 2 for 2. But the real, true, captivating moment of this game,
the hero,
closing the game.
I mean, Josh Hader had a nice night.
Mic'd up.
I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the MVP.
The MVP. I felt like I've talked a lot. Can we
is Chevy not a presenting sponsor to MLB anymore? I was waiting for Homie to roll out in a nice 2024 Corvette for winning the All-Star game. They gave him a little crystal bat. Are you serious?
Well, they always get the crystal bat, but I didn't see the vehicle.
I didn't see the vehicle either.
What's wrong with you, Chevy? What the fuck is wrong with you? Get this man a new Silverado. Get this man a new Corvette.
We didn't even mention what happened. Elias Diaz hits a two-run jack for the National League to take this game over in the top of the 8th. I think, top of the 8th. Castellanos was on base and scored. It was a 360-foot homer, but
almost was robbed.
That ended the game.
And the pitcher left the game right after that. Fun fact: Jordan Romano of the Blue Jays
pulled him.
Yeah, he hurt. They said
took himself out. Got embarrassed.
He gave up a game-losing bomb
in the All-Star game.
The All-Star game. I'm calling the fucking bullpen myself. Yeah, our boy Hader got in there, gave up a hit, but then Craig Kimbrell closes the game. But
which I think is a little sus. Not gonna lie. Phillies coach is the manager.
Yeah, of course.
Greg Kimbrell comes in.
Of course, he's giving this guy the ninth.
Yeah, no. Give the best closer in baseball the ninth. That's what this game's all about. Not some biased bullshit. You'll never make the World Series again. Like, get the best players in there.
Well, they used him in the eighth.
Well, should use Kimbrell in the eighth. He's a setup man. He has been the last 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, he walked 2, but then K'd 2. So, NL win the game. First time in 11 years. Absolutely crazy. I love seeing the NL win, obviously, as a Padre fan, but
Love it.
11-year streak for the AL crushed. And that's all up because of Jordan Romano.
Love that.
That's a hefty toll to take.
Yep. NL's back, though. We're back.
We're going to go on a 12-year run?
No, I'm thinking 15.
Whoa.
Or I'm honestly thinking the rest of my life. Is Tatis and Machado are in there? I don't see us losing.
Yeah, so that's what we kind of got to talk about. I had one more thing I wanted to talk about the All-Star game before, but for Fernando Tatis and Blake Snell to not be – for one, I get Fernando Tatis. He's just coming off steroid suspension. Maybe you don't want to give him the attribute this year. I get it. But Blake Snell, he's from fucking Seattle. He has been dominant, was the pitcher of the month coming in.
He has like a 0.69 ERA or something like that.
That might save the Padres in the end. Because agents will use that as all-star. That's $10 million extra that he gets if he's an all-star.
No cap. That's real, Shenny. That's how this league works sometimes.
Yeah.
They actually break down like awards and all of that. That shit ends up mattering. And for them not to get those accomplishments, I get Manny Machado. He's had a relatively slow start to this season. We'll get to that. But Fernando Tatis deserved it, and Blake fucking Snell deserved it. He's going into a free agent year.
Ha-Seong Kim deserved it.
Ha-Seong Kim's up there, too, with a well-lead candidate.
We need to slow it a little bit on Ha-Seong Kim. He's very underrated, and the national media doesn't understand Ha-Seong Kim yet. Padre fans understand Ha-Seong Kim, but he's not. The rest of the world, they have no idea who Ha-Seong Kim is.
We're going to Korea next year just for him. It's lit.
That's why. That's exactly why. So he can be known because he's underrated.
Oh, yeah. That's going to make everyone a Padre fan.
100%.
We have
100%.
I want the bazooka back.
Please.
I want the bazooka back.
Please.
Who's that?
Ha-Seong Kim, when he was in the league over there, he would hit bombs, and one time he hit a bomb and used his bat and like acted like it was a bazooka because of how far he hit the ball. He just hated it.
You kept saying that, and I, for some reason, was thinking Yasiao Puig.
No,
I'm like, what does this mean?
No,
is this a person?
No. This is designated towards Ha-Seong Kim and his cannon bombs that he used to hit in South Korea.
Fire.
So yeah, that was my rant and rave. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the love that Shohei Ohtani received from Seattle. Yep. Did you hear their fans going, come to Seattle?
I did hear that, yes.
They were preaching his name.
He loved it, too. He's like, I love this city.
Oh, he loved it.
Well, if you talk to, like, Japanese athletes, their 3 favorite cities are Seattle, San Diego, and Los Angeles. So
yeah, because Seattle and San Diego are kind of like the same, but it just snows in Seattle.
And they love, and it's not as hot right now. This All-Star game was perfect to be there because it was beautiful this week in Seattle.
Yeah, finally.
It rains a lot, but
yeah, they do lead the world in most cloudy days. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it does rain a lot, so I do love me my San Diego, but that's a sneaky team right there.
No.
Dude, you don't know if someone falls in love with a city or a town.
No, I know because it's happened 3 times to the Padres so far. Yeah. Eric Hosmer, Xander Bogaerts are number 1 and 2, and we'll throw someone else in there. I don't know who.
I think he stays.
Yeah, you could throw a random in there.
Yeah, exactly. Drew Pomeranz.
You don't think Shohei leaves the Angels? Yes, he does. There's no way Shohei Ohtani is in a.
He's loyal.
I can tell you one thing.
He's loyal to the soil.
There is no way Shohei Ohtani is a Los Angeles Angel this time next season.
$450 million, 10 years.
He's not going to the Yankees. That's for sure.
I could see him being a Yankee.
He's not going to the Yankees.
Please,
I
no.
can see him being a Dodger. See him
Yes, his
being a
favorite player. He
Giant.
said his favorite player in the All-Star game that was Mookie Betts.
I could see him being a Giant. I could see him being a Padre. I could see him being a Red Sox, a Dodger,
An Angel.
a Yankee.
No.
I could see it all.
No.
I after this weekend, I could definitely see him in Seattle if they offer him just a goat load of money, and I mean goat load
Do they
because
have it
he's
like
a
that?
goat right now.
Do they have that?
It depends. I mean,
They have it. They have all young.
they have
over there.
Seattle has good ties with Ichiro, so
Yeah,
I mean,
dude, and they
What does that mean?
fucking love.
well, it's just that Japanese people are very
yes, an
like
Asian
cultural.
icon.
They love legacy. They love
Ichiro
legacy.
Suzuki is an Asian icon.
And you think Ichiro, you think the Mariners, and
Yeah.
he's
Right.
growing up his whole life as like that's who he's looking up to.
His rookie
Oh,
MVP.
shit. Seattle might be the front runner.
No.
Dude,
Oh,
after this
shit.
weekend, he loves it. I see it.
They don't have enough money. They paid
Ricky
Robbie Ray a
King freaking-
back.
The
They
home run derby.
can do it.
He should be in the home run derby next year.
No,
I don't see him being in a home run derby until he's a hitter only.
Why don't fucking lottery? If you
he
can-
takes his time off
You hit.
for
Do the home run.
purpose.
This is
he
a
takes
good
it off.
time to have time
back
off.
in the day, we
middle
had
of
all the best hitters in the league. Now it's just fucking the most famous people.
Back in the day,
Mookie
we
Betts
didn't
should
have
be in the home run.
Shohei Ohtani.
Well, Mookie Betts had a lot of homers the first half of the year.
The
He
first
did
half,
25 homers.
The first time. What about the second time? He hit like 12.
No. I'm saying the first half of the season, he has 25 bombs.
Oh,
That's a lot.
It's
I think that's
Mookie
double-
Betts isn't a home run hitter.
it's double one zone.
I think it's pretty close. How many does one soda have? Maybe more. I might be wrong. But 25 is a lot. So that's why they give it to him. Usually they base it on how the season's going so far.
Yeah, but also a lot of guys that like speed from the pitcher generates a lot of power. So batting practice is strictly how much power you can generate from that 50-mile-per-hour pitch. Mookie's hitting home runs off these guys that are throwing 100. Like he doesn't need to swing like that hard for it to go that far, you know?
Right.
So that's why his numbers are up in the home run category. And he's not really a power hitter. I wouldn't consider Mookie a power hitter, but I mean, power numbers are obviously up, but home run derby, not his thing. Gave it the old college try.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be back.
And he faced Vladdy first. Good riddance, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a rough
Yeah.
one. All right, San Diego Padres.
We got a little hot glimpse.
Right before the All-Star break, it looked like the Padres had turned the corner.
And I hate that for us.
Hate that for us because you just take it a week off, cool down.
Yeah, it either means
Get
one
right
or
back
two
into that
things.
A
mode.
lot of guys are in like Cabo, Hawaii.
Yeah, there's only one or two things that can do.
What, Shenny? Let's hear him.
One, it carries on and the break was good. Two, they lose all their timing and they go back to fucking battling.
And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Manny Machado just got his swing down. Had like 4 home runs this last month. And
Yeah,
we're going to get back to slow bats.
no, because
now,
the thing about Manny Machado is once he clicks, he's clicked for fucking 2 months. And his career numbers in July, he has like a 1500 OPS. That's called clicking. I'm not worried about our veterans because they click in these parts of the season.
Yeah, my real concern. I have 2 concerns. One, yes, the veterans, but Xander Bogaerts is a concern to me right now.
Not anymore. Coruscant shot.
I'm
Engage.
hoping he's gravy. But the real true concern to me is our DH spot.
Yeah, that's
We have gotten 0 productivity out of our DH
Get
spot.
Matt Carpenter out of there.
I mean, we already released Nelson Cruz, which I think was the wrong person to release. I do agree. I think it should have been Carpenter. But I think that is our number one fix at the deadline because I know everyone wants relief pitching for the Padres. But
the sickos want relief pitchers.
We have guys coming back. Bob
Yeah.
Flores should be back. I want to say I'm hoping tomorrow they activate it the world.
Bob Suarez and Steven Wilson are coming back, and people don't understand those are 2 huge arms. Steven Wilson's numbers this year have been looking great.
Yes.
And that's just like adding an arm at the deadline. if we're being real.
Yes, he's been gone for a span of a month at this point. So that's huge. And then Bob Suarez hasn't been here all season. So that is huge for us because he was fantastic last year.
In El Paso?
Yeah, he's been
He has
rehab
been
assignment.
shelled in Lake Elsinore. He got shelled.
Not worried about it. I just want him throwing.
Yeah, that's what it was. They were saying he pitched back-to-back days, which is the best outcome, best case scenario.
Exactly. Doesn't matter.
And then back to what you were saying about the DH, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, damn, we need someone who can just bang left-handed pitchers. And then I was like, dang, we need someone who just straight bangs. We literally need a hitter. And I was thinking Brandon Drury, but his contract's a little too fat for us. So I'm trying to find a player who just literally is a hitter. That's all I care about. I don't need you to play defense, just hit the ball. And I don't know. I'm looking around right now. I'm seeing who is going to be.
You're sniffing. You're going to report back to us by trade deadline season.
I'll have sources confirm a trade for a certain player soon enough.
Who would be a good DH?
Average takes will be on it. I don't know. I'm liking a Hamer Candelario on the Nationals. I saw what he did to us, and I like that power.
Yes, he hit like 2 jacks off us.
He raked it against us.
Yeah, he did.
And AJ Preller is the type of guy who sees someone do really well against our team and was like, oh shit, let's see if I can get him.
Who do we trade for him then?
Slapdick prospect, same one we trade for Snell.
Yeah, slapdick prospect that doesn't ever pan out.
Yeah.
I hate prospects, dude, because the
outcome is we hate prospects, but look at all the Padres prospects that are doing good in the league right now.
Yes, and I do understand.
How many are there?
I can't name all of them, but there's a handful, bro.
The Juan Soto trade has significantly favored us. CJ Abrams
has been looking terrible.
Robert Hassel III, haven't heard his name in months.
Also hasn't looked great.
Luke Voigt, he's been on 3 teams since that deal.
True.
I'm just saying, prospects, I'd rather take the MVP all-star caliber player 10 times out of 10 than wait 5 more years for these prospects to pan out, maybe. That's just a type of mindset I think the Padres are in now. But there are certain guys like Ethan Salas, we're not trading him. Jackson Merrill, we're probably not going to trade those 2 guys. Those are cornerstone. They're young.
What about the ones we just got? The hitter?
You never trade.
We can trade those guys, but it's rare that we trade guys we literally just drafted. AJ Preller's done it, and at this point, back to the Nationals trade, I think James Wood's the only guy who's lived up to his potential.
Break that trade.
Yeah, he's legit.
It's teetering on the Juan Soto extension and James Wood, because if the Juan Soto extension, I'll forget about James Wood. But if we lose Juan Soto next offseason
and James Wood becomes a star,
I'm going to kick myself.
Yes.
Unless we mix in a championship. Then there's no kicking of something. But yeah, I do agree with everything you're saying. I mean, the true losers of us of trades has been Trey Turner, Max Fried. Those have been our big losers.
And that was probably when AJ's second year, maybe
that was
the
AJ
team
trying to flip the team around. That was that was right around his first 1 or 2 seasons, and he was trying to make the Padres something from nothing. And
because
sometimes that shit happens.
I know he didn't draft any of those guys, right?
I'm not too sure.
Maybe Clase, but I don't think.
I say we traded a sack of shit for, and then traded him for a sack of shit. That's why. Really I pointed that one out just because that was a bad trade.
Bad trade.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you definitely can't judge AJ too much because this team has changed the last 9 years. Yeah, we haven't been successful championships wise, but it has been successful.
Team's definitely gotten better.
From my first 12 years of life to my last 12, 13 years of life has been a big change, especially the last 9.
Well, yeah, and I mean, if we probably dive into it, the Padres are probably making 10 times more money now than they were 12 years ago.
Yeah, and everyone complains about ticket prices and increase and stuff like that. Yeah, tickets used to be $5 for the lawn. Yes, it used to be.
But you were also watching Alexi Amarista,
Yeah.
You're watching worse than that.
Carlos Asuaje,
Yeah, worse than that. The older guy. I mean,
Kevin Spangenberg, Quackenbush. Sorry.
Quackenbush.
Yeah, dude, there were some names that were just so terrible that we lived through, and for to now, yes, so far the season's been disappointing, but it's great to watch, and I've had so much fun already this year.
Don't we need to win like 60 games to get?
Yeah, the
We
second half,
definitely
we're gonna need
a
a
strong second half.
Manny Ramirez, Los Angeles Dodgers type second half from someone on our
AJ
team.
needs to be in his bag this deadline. I wanted to point out we did lose the Nola trade. Trading away Ty France has been detrimental to my health. But I mean, just the acquisition of Nola all the way around, the Nola's performance since we've obtained him, and it's just been it's been unreal.
Yeah, and I just been too deep into Twitter. The Phillies offered to fly Soto to Philadelphia in their private plane from the All-Star game. Phillies fans are going absolute insane, bro. They like Soto's a Philly, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? You think I don't think he did it. I don't think he went on the plane. But if he did go on the plane, that's bad news.
That means he's
I'm not looking too much into it. We still got a year and a half with him.
No, I know, but
if it was this time next year and that happened, and Soto's flying with someone else team, I'm nervous.
But I feel like we open up the book a little bit, and it's gonna be like, oh, Scott Boras and the fucking Phillies owner are like best friends or some bullshit like that.
There is going to be a time and a place where the Juan Soto conversation is going to be sticky. We thought Manny Machado was sticky this offseason when he said, "Hey, yeah, I'm opting out," but
Juan Soto's going to get stickier.
I don't know.
The season finishes.
Yeah,
it's going to be, where is Juan Soto going? That is the only. If the team performs this bad next year, like Derek Jeter pointing out Juan Soto this year, I'm laughing at it because the Yankees have been poor and the Padres are not giving up on Juan Soto yet.
He's just looking for a lifeline.
He's just looking to do exactly what he did, was to go viral. He knows what he needs to do. He was a GM, no longer knows what he needs to do to go to viral.
I thought he was an owner.
Owner, president of baseball operations, whatever you want to call him. He was acting GM. Whatever.
I didn't know he was GM.
This time next year, yeah, he was making moves, firing people left and right. But this time next year, if this is going on, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, as soon as the season ends, it is going to be the Juan Soto show. We think Ohtani's crazy. It's going to be, where the fuck's Juan Soto going?
And you could see his reaction in that post-game speech that he was saying with Fox. Big Papi automatic. First question is, so the trade deadline coming up. And Juan Soto is already over it. Head down, hanging his head. Fuck, dude, this again. And I mean, he had a great answer, but he's over definitely the media. I think the team is over the media so far this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
These last couple of days, they were probably, it's a mental refresh. Probably way less pressure going into the second half than it was starting the season.
I totally agree.
They have nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
You literally can't get any worse than what you are.
Yeah, exactly. But they have to get much better. And we saw a glimpse of that. We've seen great starts from Blake Snell over the recent 9 starts. I want to say he has 4 runs given up in 9 starts. That's absolutely unreal. I need more of that this second half, but that's asking a lot. Yeah. Musgrove has turned it up recently. I mean, since his fake news Mexico start, he's been great. His ERA has been terrific. I think it's in the 2s since then. So he's been great. A little concerned with Waka because of the injury right before, but I think that was planned. That was planned. It gives him a couple weeks off prior to, the second half of the season, and he was pitching fantastic. I mean, they asked Ruben on during the game, they said, "What have you been telling Mike, like what tips have you given Walker?" And he goes, "Nothing. I haven't touched nothing."
Yeah, don't need to.
Don't need to.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing way more than we expected, and I'm not having a single conversation with him until we think it needs it. So that type of coach is awesome. If you have no input, don't give me input. You don't need to teach me every day. You don't need to mess up my mechanics.
Don't make me think.
Overthink things and underthink. Like, it's not broke, don't fix it, like Trevor said, and that's been great. We're definitely going to need to see a little bit better from you, Darvish. I mean,
Lugo's been pretty good.
He's been good, but I mean, I want
he was hurt.
Darvish.
Yeah, you Darvish needs.
This was a good break for him. I'm ready to see you Darvish. I mean, I can't complain about the pitching staff. The starting pitching staff has been awesome. Okay, yeah. We just need to continue what we've seen from them. The bullpen has reinforcements coming, and I'm excited about those. I would like to see us add an arm
from the Cardinals.
I mean, yeah, Cardinals, maybe the Cubs, because the Reds have taken over that division. I don't know if they're going to lose it.
I think the Cubs are going to go all in.
You think so? I was trying to.
As much as I would love Cody Bellinger, I think the Cubs are going to go all in.
I mean, it ends up all what happens from here to the deadline, but I would love a Cody Bellinger trade.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Come to the Padres?
Yeah, go steal him from the Cubs.
That'd be cool. I mean, he's on a 1 year, $17.5 million, so we'll pay about 9, 8.5.
I mean, Grish, buddy.
Grish, you're getting pulled.
I mean, you're in there for defense.
Platoon. He can hit against lefties. Belly can hit against righties.
Yeah, that gives us so much room to move with because he plays center and first base, and he could DH.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and he bangs.
That gives you so much room to work with. He's a great first baseman, but he's a terrific center fielder as well.
Yeah,
he's on top of his game. I mean, I can never. I mean, the clip of him robbing Tatis in the Rangers' brand new stadium is forever burned in my brain. Yeah. Him taking away our only glimpse of hopes against them that entire series after we had to use every pitcher we had. Weathers came out, did his thing. Like, that moment is forever burned in my brain. Him robbing Fernando Tatis's homer, dead center, in that huge brand new stadium. It's a scar. It's a scar in my life. So yeah, I mean, I would love to see him in a Padres uni and then change the scenes, like him rob Mookie Betts or something. Like,
that'd be nice.
That'd be my brain a little bit, allocate something.
Revenge game.
Yeah, revenge game type shit. That would be a sick name, but I know AJ Preller's in his bag and he's doing a lot of sniffing. I don't got any real names for you at this point, but the biggest need for me is DH. I could deal with everything else.
I agree.
I need someone in there who's going to go thump.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I don't want to trade for Shohei Ohtani. I'd rather test him versus AJ Preller. I'd rather let AJ get him in a room and go, here's all the chips in my fucking hand. And here's the whole fucking house. Like, I don't know. Royal Flush, whatever, fucking beats whatever.
I mean, he did that with Aaron Judge, did that with Trey Turner, he did that with Xander Bogaerts.
They all talk about how that was the team that, got left at the dance. The Padres were number 2 in every negotiation. So I'm going to leave AJ Preller and Shohei Ohtani's translator in a room.
AJ Preller, I guarantee he's learning Japanese just for that interview.
No way.
I guarantee it.
When we sit down and he announces Shohei Ohtani in Japanese.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's how psycho AJ Preller is.
That's how psycho AJ Preller is. That would be fucking crazy if he's just sitting there.
He's on Duolingo right now, just matching words. People think he's on calls trying to make this team better. Nope. He is learning Japanese on Duolingo.
We can't go to Japan and Korea.
We could do it all. Get us a national team. Mexico, Dominican, Japan. We're just traveling the fucking world.
Yeah.
Call us Team USA.
Yeah, basically.
With one American in our lineup.
And I'm calling him to get chopped. So yeah. How did you guys like Tatis batting behind Soto versus in front of Soto?
I mean, it seems to be working so far. I like the run output.
I like him at first.
They switched it. They switched it and put. I like Tatis down in the midst of the lineup. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I like him at 1.
I do. Yes.
Kim at 1 is huge
like
though, because
I can Kim at 1.
I've been doing trial runs of just Kim at leadoff, and I mean, if Kim gets on, then it's runner on first, whatever, runner on second, and then you have Juan Soto. You walk Juan Soto, then you have Tatis, Manny, and Xander to score one to try to get 1 run. Like that's so deadly.
Working. I would say it's been working.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
But it's Kim is the key to the puzzle in that lineup. If Kim's not hitting that lineup, I don't like him. I don't like him 1.
Yeah, but I feel like Kim at 1, he's been falling into a little bit better of at bats because before
he's more aggressive. He's way more aggressive at 1.
But before we were seeing a lot of at bats with the outcome of like Trent Grisham come up with bases loaded, and like we were seeing like our bottom feeders come up in key situations. When I feel like now with him at 1, it's more of seeing Ha-Seong Kim come up in key situations. We just need him to be himself and not try too hard. Like his base running error. I mean,
that was so bad.
That's
I have
huge
to say that
for
was
us.
so bad.
Because
Tommy Pham had the ball in his hand.
And he wanted him to. He was testing you.
Yeah.
Tommy Pham put out the test and you failed.
And he fucking threw a strike.
That's exactly what Tommy wanted. That was the only thing he wanted to do at Petco, was to show us that he still had a little bit of something.
That's fine. That was in the first inning, right?
That was 7th inning. That lost us the game, basically. I mean, we went to OT and they dumped on us and we could not score.
That was 1 out of 6. We won 5 out of 6.
Yeah, and that was that game. I mean, but safe to say, Padres have turned a little bit of it around, but I'm waiting for a big second. This is time to turn around. We say we don't look at the standings till now, but we're 8.5 games out, boys.
Need it. Need every game we can get.
Out. We're 43 and 47, 8.5 games out. Dodgers and D-backs are equal in first place. And
8.5 out of what?
8.5 out of first.
What are we out of the wild card?
Wild card, I will tell you. We're 6 out of the wild card.
We need the Cubs and Phillies to start sucking.
But in the wild card, we have the best run differential. So we really need key relievers to come back, because that's what we need. We need those late inning guys to be locked in.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because, right, I mean, we have the best run differential in all of the wild card. We're at plus 39. The next best is the Giants at plus 31.
Damn.
Yeah. The run differential.
We have better than the Diamondbacks, plus 27. So that's losing games. That's just losing the wrong games.
Yeah, if this trend happens, like continues, this might be the best worst team, like best losing team numbers wise, and will be history. Like the numbers do not make sense to the record.
Be losing.
Yeah. I want to say that's the 2011 Boston Red Sox. They were in first place September 1st, and then last place September 30th. Season over, or not?
That
last,
sucks.
But they fell out of the wild card on a walk-off Evan Longoria homer
in 1 month.
In 1 month of time, they were first in the division and then did not make wild card in 1 month.
Damn.
So yeah, that was that of my time. But I do see the light.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
I see the light at the end of the tunnel. We are seeing good pitching. Need the key guys to get hot, and Manny Machado has turned the corner. Fernando Tatis has been great. Juan Soto's been great.
We really need a 8 out of 10 streak badly, and that's so hard to do. But that's what we need to get back in.
It's not hard for this team. It's not hard for this team.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen more than 3 this year.
Yep.
Last year.
It's not hard for this team. Don't worry, they can do it. So we're opening up versus the Phillies. This is a huge one right out the gate. I hope they ate their Wheaties.
I hope they're sick to their stomach walking into that stadium, knowing what happened last time.
Yes,
your feelings.
I'm hoping they have
all the emotions
in their mind. So we got Yu Darvish versus Sanchez, Blake Snell versus Taijuan Walker, and then Seth Lugo.
We have a doubleheader Saturday.
Oh shit, you're right. Saturday. They haven't announced our starter for the second.
No, it's going to be Matt Waldron. Bullpen game. Nikki Clicky and Matt Waldron. And Adrian Morihon.
Well, last question before we end the pod. Who is your second half MVP for the Padres?
Gary Sanchez.
Paul Goldschmidt.
You asshole, because that's you know I want him.
You say this franchise?
I'm saying Fernando Tatis Jr. That's an easy one.
Easy.
Fernando Tatis
Give me-
is going to lead.
Give me someone on the Padres. Manny Machado.
Yeah.
We go where Manny goes. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's the captain. Let's go.
Paul
San
Goldschmidt
Diego.
yesterday because the Cardinals said that they were selling. So that is huge news that the Cardinals say they are selling no matter what. Heads will roll. The heads did roll for the Cardinals. So are we gonna see a Cardinals without Nolan and Paul?
That'd be weird.
Is Tommy Edman gonna come home?
Where are we gonna put him? Where are we gonna put him?
DH.
He's too athletic to be a DH.
I don't know.
And
We'll
Kim
see.
can't play first.
They have a lot. They have a lot of guys that they could trade that I'm interested in.
Tyler O'Neill,
Tyler O'Neill. That's a big one.
Dylan Carlson.
Dylan Carlson. I would love either of those names, Trevor.
I think they're too young. I think they're keeping them.
You don't think a Trent Grisham and plus prospects gets that done? You
Gets
got a
what done?
two-time Gold Glover. One of them.
Well, I mean, you got to think last year it was Jordan Montgomery for Harrison Bader, and I feel like they're Harrison Bader-esque.
Yeah, so I could see a swap, outfielder swap. Trent Grisham for whatever outfielder the Padres.
Trent Grisham, I don't know. I see flashes of greatness, and I'm like, oh fuck, Trent Grisham is back, baby. And then you look at his numbers, and he's hitting a $190.
Terrible.
Like
Trent Grisham is probably my
least favorite player on the team right now.
most favorite player. Like he's like the second half pool of favorite players, bottom tier. Like, I don't know. I do like Trent Grisham a lot. I love his fucking defense. He's a hawk out there in center, but he's got nothing with the stick except a couple bombs every now and then.
He needs a specialty because you look up, if you Google Trent Grisham highlights, the first two are going to be home run against Max Scherzer and a home run against Jacob deGrom. Those are the arguably two best pitchers in our generation.
Yes.
And Mans took them both deep, no doubters, like it was nothing. And then you get him against Ben Lively of the Cincinnati Reds or Graham Ashcraft and
over 4.
Best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to look at the numbers, read my statistics. We will have a full-on breakdown of who we want the Padres to trade at the deadline soon, very soon.
Very soon.
I'm hitting the sources, texting them all day.
Yep, I will.
Screen time's on 24 hours right now.
I'll tell you who I want. I don't got sources yet. It's not close enough for me to start leasing my source.
I'm the source.
Okay.
All right, Stu.
All right.
I'm saying like that's what you meant. Like I'm not gonna say my sources. I'm the source.
Yeah, maybe.
No, you should never. You don't. Good journalists, Big J, don't release their source
ever. All right, nothing wrong with being average. Till next time, boys. Go Padres.
Go Padres.